There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers who giving us here and the promise from them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical healthy
Master.
Clear Paris will make on you. I can't ask you to be you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my yamo. And he's no money. And why you? And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle Rider, Lofa, and Grand Bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle Rider, Lopa, and Grand Bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise from best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Bakulu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Well, indeed. Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. Sktv, it is the best in Africa. Sktv, it is the best around the world because the reason is just so simple. When you have thousands of people, following you throughout the time, especially when you are on live, then you have all of the reason to say yes, indeed. You are the best when it comes to information dissemination, where we don't hold back, especially when it comes to informing our people. So again, folks, welcome. Good evening. Indeed, today is but today is the 20th of November, and the 11th month, and the year remain the same, 2024. Please let's share the show. Those of you who are just joining us, let's share the show. Good evening, and those of you in Radio Land, we want to say a way to welcome all of you. Please welcome, share the show. And if you are also following us through the radio, and maybe you want to follow us on the internet, the best thing to do is for you to search for Sktv-Lib, and most definitely you're going to see us on the internet. Just press follow, and you're going to follow us. You're going to see all of our activities, and you're going to follow all of our activities in the past and even the present one. So again, good evening, welcome. My name is John C. Kula, and I will be joined later on by my colleagues or my teammates. For a matter of fact, we're going to be with you up to 8 o'clock tonight. But as usual, at 7 o'clock, we're going to go for news break. Bring you 15 minutes of news bulletin. But please, let's share the show. Today is Wednesday, it's ladies' night. To all of our beautiful women, let me see who there. Antoinette Gallo, yes, indeed. Hello. She said hello, Mabel. Good evening to you from my end, Antoinette. I don't know whether you right here in Liberia, but again, happy happy ladies' night. And let me wish all of you, I don't know how come the women always always thinking about the best thing, all of the best. You always go to you people. And I think yesterday was International Men Day, right? The men too, they are fighting hard now to come to social, you know, social life. They want to see themselves coming into some of this. So because every time we are so serious, that one thing about us, let me be frank. Every time you see the men, they are always serious, looking for this, looking for that, looking for take all of the war stress. Something like a work with the men. We take all of the war stress and put it on our head in the name of I got to take care of the family, the children got to go to school, the children have to eat, this one. But all these things, my brother, don't kill yourself. So sometimes, you got to leave some space for social interactions, at least for you to be able to live long. Because, when you bore the mind too much or the system with a lot of things, what happened? The system begin to develop fault. And sometimes, if you're not careful, you collapse and what we call you get stroke. Because why? You think too much, you worry about things of the world. No, don't do that. So, Edward Bushes, let me take good evening to you. Please share the show. Maxine Go Jr. say bonjour. Bonjour from the city of Light, Paris. Oh, okay, that's great. Bonjour. Yeah, one day we'll go Paris, don't worry. My brother Maxon Guajino. Thanks to all of you. I'm also watching. All of you who are following us also. Please, let's share the show. Today is Wednesday, May week. Indeed, May week, May week. So many things happening in Liberia and that of the rest of the world. But our major concern is Liberia. Back home, all of the activities, all of the things happening back home, especially when it comes to the growth and development of our beloved country. Mind you, we have so many disagreements, but at the end of the day, we put Liberia first because why? Liberia is the only country that you and myself won't be deported from. So let's share the show. Yeah, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining us, please share the show, invite someone, tell someone to tell another person that indeed SKTV is live, both on Truth FM and that of the internet also. So please share the show, invite someone. We have so many things to talk about. We will talk about the budget. Mind you, there are so many news outside that, indeed, especially coming from the government side about the increment, especially when it comes to civil servants, especially according to the information that nobody is going to make less than 150. So we'll be looking at all of these things, the livelihood of our people, how important it is maybe to make around 150, whether it's necessary or not, or whether they should do better. We'll be looking at all of these things, and also the market, right? Because mind you, the life you live or the money you work for should be able to make a great impact in your life. But if you work for money that cannot do anything for you, then anyway, but we'll look at all these things. And the speaker will have us continue. We are hearing a lot of rumors, a lot of gossips, a lot of news out there that the speaker may likely resign if it is true or not. We also we are still following up about according to the speaker. He said in fact he won't resign until the people remove or until his colleagues remove him from there with the 49 members that will be able to have the vote to remove him from power. So again, good evening. Please let's share the show. Who there? I'm going to recognize all of you. Let's share the show so that other people too can come on and follow us live on the SKT. But Sego will be joining me very, very soon. Sego will be joining me here on the SKTV show this evening. So don't do that, go away. Be here with us. Monk also setting up very soon. Monk will be joining me. Today is May week. Indeed, May week is always on the May week like this. We recognize few of our beautiful ladies out there, to always, yes, for their social interactions and for making sure that at least some of our brothers, are living long, because mind you, we have some good and some bad one. You are there. Let's share the show. Share the show. We're trying to do that right here. Also on our phone, we are sharing the show. Also, please join us to share the show. Monk is setting up at the back, and you'll be joining me soon. Last night was so interesting. Last night, last evening, on the last show, Tuesday edition was so interesting. We were able to have some of our brothers and sisters, mothers, especially coming from the traditional council, from that angle of the government that have been working for the past 7 months. And unfortunately, according to them, they were not able to take pay due to the minister of internal affairs holding their salary, quote unquote, according to them. So all of these things, we'll be looking at some of these things, and we're going to also bring you some of the latest news. And yes, indeed, bring you some of the latest news also that are trending in Liberia. And we will also bring you the some of the news from the local dailies. There are a lot of you sometimes you don't follow some of the local dailies, so we're also going to intersperse the broadcast with some local dailies latest news or headlines. That is the headlines for the day. So again, we are here, and please, we want you to be with us. Yes, so Segu will be joining us very, very soon. Segu will be joining us. So please, let's share the show. Yes, let's share the show. This is the SKTV show, 2FM 96.1. And today is the 20th of November. So probably about 10 more days to go, and we'll be saying bye-bye to the month of November, and we'll be welcoming the month of December. You season around the corner. So don't also forget, if you have your little cash box or you have a family members back home or somewhere, so don't forget we are almost into the festive season and so forth. So let me recognize a few of you, our followers and supporters, those of you always following this show. Yeah, so let me see. I'm seeing here Mustafa Balo also joining us from the Bulisa village, Riverside. Okay, that's great. Thank you, my brother, for following us also from the Riverside. And Eugene Hammond also says Speaker Kofa should stay to the end of the process. I know it. Rosalind Dix also following us. Good evening to you, Rosalind Dix. And James David also say, I'm watching from Williamboro, New Jersey. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Swain Man, also following us. A great show. I'm following, yes, indeed. Thanks to all of you. Keep sharing the show. And yes, today is Wednesday. So let me go straight into some of the local dailies, headlines, and bring on a few that I'm going to bring to you for those of you who miss out on some of the trading news of the day on today. Even though we have two major issues that we'll be looking at today on the show. Or you move through, yes, to my own Oma, you move through Asadu Mensa. Let me say good evening to all of you. Sekou said not be joining us very, very soon. So we are also getting reports that the former finance minister, Samuel Ditwe, case is still ongoing at the criminal court A. And that's the news that we are also getting. So we will also follow up from our reporter, also from that end. And so that bring you this news from Women Voices, saying that crisis intensifies, majority of block chases lucrative committees, suspend 3. And that's the news also in the Women Voices newspaper this morning. And someone said, use your skills whilst they attempt some. These are also news also from the Women Voices newspaper. And we move straight to the heritage quickly so that you too, you can be abreast as to what's happening, what's going on, especially when it comes to our local newspaper or local data here in Liberia. So this one also from Heritage, no government employee to end below US 150 starting January 2025, says the Minister of Finance Development Planning Minister Gafua. So that means nobody, no more in the employ of government or civil servants that are going to make below 150 USD, according to the finance minister. So what we see here from the front page Africa saying that what's in it for you. Mhm. So I mean, budget summation controversy. Finance Minister Kafuan projects 5.8% economic growth as budget increases by 15.3%. And I know these are some of the questions that have been running in some of your minds as to if you are telling us that our economy is not doing well, maybe for the past 5 years, how come now in less than 1 year we're hearing that at least our economy is a little bit improving by 5.8%, economic growth as budget increases by 15.3%. So according to Front Page Africa and that of the Finance Minister Augustine Kafuan. So again, we still move. We are still here waiting our team members to be with us. So switching allegiance, indeed, switching allegiance, pro-Kofa loyalist defect. That's the news coming from Verity. Switching allegiance, that is, you were on the other side, then after you switch over to the other side. So we see DJ Blue, a la DJ Blue or Benson also, and we see Mr. Newman also here from Bakpolu County also, and they were once upon a time supporting the Kofa Black, but what happened on yesterday? We saw them switching over to the anti-Kofa Black for what reason? Best known to them. So we moved. Indeed, what here? We move quickly. We're not going to go through out of the newspaper. So those major ones. 7-7 regain lost hopes. New Republic. Now what they are telling us here that 7-7 regains lost hope. Again on the front page of New Republic, CDC Judas. That's the news we're getting. CDC Judas. And who are those CDC Judas? We're seeing some CDC lawmakers, faces of Mr. Nome, the Deputy Speaker, Tom Fala, and that of Bender Blue Benson. Also, these are faces that we're seeing right there. So, folks, we moved. Yes, we moved now to our discussion while we wait. Segu Kane and that representative Monk to join us right here on the Sktv show this evening. And so many things to talk about, like I said, so many things to talk about, ranging from the budget. I don't know how you understand. Some of you out there today to our common people. Mind you, this show, especially if for the people, we come here to educate our people about things that maybe that they may not know about. Because sometimes people will come and say, oh, the budget passed, they weren't happy, they say this one, and all of these things. Sometimes you will not see, or if you won't see anybody coming up to educate the people. Sometimes, always, it is the media. And, it is frustrating. Let me be frank. Everybody want to hire themselves because they want to get a job. Nobody want to come out to explain things to the public. Always hiding somewhere because they feel that when they come to the public, what they will say, maybe the government may not like what they will say. So because of that, they always hiding behind the scene, and saying the budget there, the budget that, they won't happen, and this won't happen. My brother, the best thing to do is for you to come up or to come on the show or even to fill radio stations and educate our people on what you understand about the budget, about things, because mind you, this budget is an envelope that's going to carry us for the next 12 months. And this envelope is the envelope of the Liberian people that they're going to work with for the next 12 months. That means all our day-to-day activities, the money we will be doing for road, for school, for days, for that, and so forth. So that's what we call budget. So to our common people out there, but today, my main attention today, before second come on, is the 150 USD that as of January 2025, no government or no civil servant will make around 150 per month. So that means 150 now is the benchmark in government. 150 USD, it is the benchmark for civil servants. Good. So, first of all, let me say this, right, to the government of Liberia through the president and the finance minister. Thank you. Say thank you. You know, they say when people do small things, you tell them thank you before you can talk. Anyway, so it is indeed interesting. So let me move on now. Let me see. I have few of the budget lines that were following through myself, and I hope that some of you go to the Ministry of Finance website. Go to Ministry of Finance website and see the budget. Go there. Don't mind they say. They say, Peter said no. Go there and see how your government spending your money. This money that we're talking about today is not for nobody but the Liberian people. No one person owns this money. But people will only be in authority to control the money and to tell us that yes, this money we will spend it. For example, the MVTC that received 4,000 on the budget. I don't know how much that. Just check it out and see as to how much now has been placed there for MVTC. That's one. In fact, through that same budget line, I was following through that the Lone Star or the that's very interesting. But you know what talk? They was just saying, so we finish and then thank you, right? Now is the time now we talk. So the Lone Star of Liberia, I'm still my eyes, I think I need glasses. Because the first budget was 150,000. Now we've seen 50,000 for sports, or in fact for football. So from 150,000 to 50,000, 100 gone. Okay, and then we'll lose. Play. What is play? Lose that play. Look, we got to be serious in this country. We're too old. We're too old for all these things. People make it. I'm coming to that 150 thing. For me today, that's the thing I'm very comfortable. That 150 USD. Some of you are even jubilating. You jumping here and there. You thinking that government has done well for you. Your own resources. Your own country money. So they're giving you 150. Look. So with the Lone Star budget or with the football budget, please, government. No, we gotta say we gotta say thank you. You know, they say in everything, whether good or bad, we gotta get to the public, all right. So sometimes these people, you gotta get a thank you. You know, because let me tell you, you move through our Oma. The reason I gave a thank you because it says 1847. And all about government says in Lona. By the time new government come in, say 1847, they will not happen. I really want doing it. So everything is just about say 1847. So say 1847, 77. In fact, now 150 now. So that's saying 1847. So I tell them thank you. Say 1847. Good. So that move now to the 150 Liberians. 150 USD at the age or at this stage, at their life, where the least room in Liberia right now, the least room in Liberia is 20 USD per month. And yeah, some of our landlords, they can't already reason. Then you say you can be paying somebody 150. So if the person is supposed to pay for 1 year, $20 per month times 12 months is 240 USD for the 12 months for 1 year. That's the least. Room. That means either that lay play green live, that managing place. And you will come, some of you will come. So, yeah, Gwen John Smith, indeed. But the people say since 1847. So for me, I don't want to go against people 1847 thing, because anything that happened now, say since 1847, thank God for the God, because so we are saying that the least room in Liberia right now is $20. Even 1 room apartment, 1 room. You don't even know how the country look like. Thank God today is Wednesday. Some of you don't even know how Liberia look like. No, the country continue to get high until things. 1 room, the least you can find 1 bedroom or 1 bedroom apartment is $50. I mean, maybe you talk you tired. But we every sometimes when they now visit found, people think that people don't deserve better life. So because of that, they leave some of the landlords, they leave their president just like that. Either you go there, either you take it and leave with you. So that is not. So the room or the 1 room apartment is $50. 75 for room. Yeah. 1 bedroom. They could be interesting. 75. So I'm now counting those of you who make it 150. So they're clapping. 150. Starting from January 2025. So 75 for 1 bedroom apartment. That one is for the common people. That one are $8. No money man can rent $75 place, $60 place, or $50 place. No. Especially they are lawmakers. They rent, let me tell some of you, they rent 400. Yeah. 400 USD per month, or sometimes 500 USD per month place or places. Oh, they give you 150. So in that 150, you take your $20 rent. So that do the calculation now. Oh, life. What? The life is indeed interesting. Now, look, this country is for all Liberians. And all Liberians should benefit all of the resources that come from this country. Then I just tell them, few people, few group of people will just sit somewhere and just decide that, oh yes, we are the one, we are the best, we are the educated one. Who told you that? And you have people grieving, crying. And you feel that you give them 150 now, so they should go and be happy around. Instead of you coming and telling people that yes, indeed, moving forward in this country, the least that government will be paying will be 300 USD. At least, the least salary in government entity or across government entities will be 300 USD. But you say no. So you prefer your quote-unquote allowance, your generator, your housing, all of the people budget. You have 5. I will come to the big 5 in the budget. We have the big 5 in the budget. See all of their money, everything climb way up. They give you 150. Keep clapping. Look, this country is the interesting. So let me move to okay. Yeah, indeed. So let's do our calculation. So in that 150 that they gave you, 150 for the one mono. So in that 150, mind you, you have your heft. You have your heft. You have heft. You have heft. You have heft in a 150. I mean, your health insurance in a 150. I mean, when you're sick, because let me tell you, I know this country well. I know how people are suffering working for government. That even when you're sick, they got to come to the media to come do SOL call. People who are served for years, they will be old. Sometimes even some bad thing will happen to them. They got to go do SOL call. 150. So you have in 150, you have your health insurance, you have your transportation. So that, for example, if you live in Dupont Road and Melbourne, from Dupont Road to go Central Monrovia, it's $250 Liberian dollars, even though gas price drop. Yeah, I let my countrymen. Nobody will deport me, please. Yeah, Father God, look, nobody. I let Liberia. So like for example, if your office is in Central Monrovia, maybe as a civil servant at your office, the owner, maybe you work with maybe Ministry of Internal Affairs, maybe what kind of office on again? Maybe you work with some of the places in town. So that go 250 LD. If you live in Duporo, I'm just giving an example. Some people live even beyond Duporo. Look, they like, no one to pay me 50 years. What? So that go 250 times 21. 24 days. Because we were coming up from Monday to Saturday. 24, right? 24. So 250 times 6 first. Okay. 1,005. Oh, let me just do it really quick so that it can be okay, times 24. Let's just do it like move. So you'll be spending close to 6,000. 6,000. So food on there. You can't eat. You're not supposed to eat. You're not there to eat. Don't even drink water. So the 6,000 are moved from where? Now the US rate is dropping like I let my country. Now the US rate is dropping. Guess what? The people who used to sell in USD before, when you go, they time your money by the US rate. They are now selling now in Liberian dollar. When you go now, you say no, this so that move. So when you pay the 6,000, now the US rate now is what? 180. Let's take it that way. Even though some places I went today, people were changing from 178, on this and that. So but let's move. So 180 times 150. 27,000. 27,000 Liberian dollars. That's what you get in every month. And in the 27,000 Liberian dollars, you will what? You will what? You will get your food, you will get your water, you will get your children's school fees, you will get even your transportation, your health, everything from the 27,000. How much will lead there for you to even you don't get entertainment? Your umpire can be entertained. No entertainment for you, so you will always be angry throughout of your life. You will always be angry. Every time we see you, you first. Because nothing there for you to be entertained. So the 159 is like, let me do the whole in the name of me working, so that I can be saying that because nothing to do. Then when I pay the people, the balance there, maybe 5 or maybe 1,005, or they want to remain there, I go put it into so, and you will still go back for that same money. So it's like, don't move from poverty. This is complete wilderness. You will continue to swim into wilderness for how many years? 40 years. It's bad. You know, somebody asked me why I said 300. You know, the reason I suggested or I'm recommending 300, at least 300 will be a little bit better than moving forward. The government can be, you know, because let me be frank, it is bad. There's salary issues here, so they tell you that we don't want you here. In all the government entities, security, army, police, immigration, everywhere you think about, the common people, the people who weigh down, they're suffering. And you got a picture. So let me move to the top 5 quickly. Yes. So no, let me what the top 5. Yeah, the top 5. Who all know the top 5? Oh, they laugh. I hope the MVTC people, I hope you're following your budget. Look at your budget. Before you'll be protesting again and be blocking our way. If you can't understand your budget, go back to the Ministry of Finance and tell them that no, the budget is not too okay. Please. But guess what? Even before the budget pass, there will still be something adding up. Maybe you pray. Maybe your own will add up. So let me see. Who be this? Okay. No, let me see. Where this thing? Okay. First, I will go to. Yeah, I think I get something from one of the. Yeah. So I will go to this. I will read it, and yes, then we find the top 5. And look, Liberals finally turn to market work, complete market work. I know some of you, will get angry with me, maybe on the way you're sounding. But let me be frank. Some of us, we witness our parents who work hard for this country, our uncles, brothers and sisters that sacrifice for this nation today. They tend to beg up. They are around begging people. Where in this world somebody will spend 27 years somewhere, then the person get nothing to even show. Where the person take all of their lifetime. Then you think it's normal that you want us to come here and say, for me, I don't mind. If the height someone you think maybe you want to think in a way, well, it's your business. In this profession or in this what we do, advocacy is also part of it. So maybe some of you don't even know. So we have to advocate for our people. When I sit down there and allow and see things to be going, you have people. Can you imagine? People have their own horses and lions, they're making money. They're being paid. They get entertainment budget. But the common man, they don't even have entertainment. You don't even know what they call entertainment. So everything is just about remove this, put the one, remove the speaker, who will be committee chair on this, on waste me, and start campaigning. People are now start to campaign for 2029. Sometimes I can walk out for our country, let me be frank. People gave it 6 years. Mandate. Say, go there and serve us. He said, no, they won't get to me. My husband said for that one. I'm not campaigning for 2029. That's what they're doing. They're having meetings. Back-to-back meetings. As to who will replace President Joseph Yeman Bwaka 2029. Say that. Anyway. So let me see the B5. Yeah, man. The B5 here. Thank my brother Joseph Konto. I mean, I like about you. Yeah. The press. Yeah, I'm going there now already to the B5. I'm going to see the B5 quickly. Then we move on, then we activate the line so that we can talk to all of you, our people out there. Look, who and see this thing that we are saying, see them as a way of making life better for our people. The only way the country will move forward, the only way the will be developed, the only way you get money in your pocket or in your hand to go and buy land to build horse is when the people give you better wages, when they give you money, when they give you better salaries. You have nurses laying down every day to view a hospital, doing voluntary work. Every time you come with political statements. So again, I will go to the rescue Ramo page. I think that there where I am right now. And let me be frank. And let me give it out to Monty. Maybe some of you will say, well, Monty Colley is one young man I really admire so much because why? Even you have your own disagreement with things, but he always standing up. Even no matter is 100% perfect. But the thing about it is that speaking truth to power is what matters. How many of our religious people today, how many of them, they are all turned to legal counsel or religious counsel. They are all on the religious, I'm not going to call it religious council bench or what, for president. Are they talking? No. No. So which way go? Which way not go? People only care about what they can get. Nobody care about other people. While somebody sleep, maybe without food, so while nobody get water, while nobody get current, while nobody get this, while nobody working, while people children are out of school, while this one is happening, people don't care. Only few people that get time. But the majority, they only care about what they can get. So according to Mountain, said this is not fair, Mr. President. This is not fair, Mr. President. How many of you today that can call, in fact, even call on the radio and even take your social media page the way you were campaigning yesterday and tell the government that you voted for and say, no, Mr. President, or whosoever, this is now the right way. How many of you have followed? A lot of you. Yesterday, you were insulting. You see it? Yesterday, you were insulting other people. Today, a ball is right in your hand. The best thing to do now is to hold your government. Let me tell you, some of you, it is a joke. 1 year add to your age, it's not small thing. 1 year add to your age. It's not small thing. Before I talk about, even says here, some of you by the time we open and you say, maybe I'm not worried. Can't 2029. 1 year waiting for 2029. Somebody told you that me, Mabel, my life, I stick it to only voting for people to come and get rich in my hand, then I remain poor. No. So all these things we're saying today is about you holding your own government accountable for things. Yeah. You see, hold your government. So let me go. He says this is not fair, Mr. President. The country is dead poor, but 5 of you are receiving over US 10.6 million in 12 months. How many of them? 5 of you are receiving over US 10.6 million in 12 months. The reason why we're concerned to be poor, because we can be clapping. The boss man run, how the chief look, my brother, that waste of time life. Say Mabel, say on the radio that waste of time life. Don't allow anybody to blame for you. Don't allow, look, you see, that's how the politicians always using us. Because they feel that when they come to you with little or nothing, you're going to hold it from them and clap for them. Then guess what? When they go, they're going to be guys and say, we're going strong. It's bad. So it's just straight up. This is not fair. The national cake 2025 budget is not being equally distributed. The imbalances are crystal clear as millions of our people struggle to survive. Millions, 11,000, but millions of people struggle to survive. We expected something better than this year, than this in year 2. So the students are protesting. UL looking so. Anyway, let's move. So the draft national budget for fiscal year 2025 has 556 pages, and the Liberian people can be assured that we will X-ray. I mean, we will go through everything step by step, every page to protect their interest. Let's begin with what we usually term as the Big Five, or the 5 highest office. What do they have? Just to go to office and go sit down. Their budget is 10.6 million. So they say you must carry 150. So the 150, yeah, actually, it is indeed frustrating. I don't want to go through all of these things because I'm trying to get to, yeah. So again, that's the country we live in. And that's the country that we all live in today, where people think that all is just about few people getting rich. Few people just pull themselves together. P5 in a poor country. In fact, let me go to one of the things. Liberia is Monday 8. The 8, right? The 8th poorest country. Yes. Can you imagine though? Oh, we got billionaires. Oh, the country is interesting. We are among the 8th poorest country in the world, but we have millionaires. Clap for yourself. Oh, you're not going to clap for yourself again. Clap for yourself. Every time we're writing people, the international community can help. The UNDP can get $100 million. For me, I don't even have my head anymore about this money. It's just about people getting rich. Hey, today the government of Liberia and that thank you. About this money. Yeah, I've been waiting for you. I'm like going to the line now.
But you didn't even call me.
Oh yeah, you know when you resting enough for me, I don't really like to disturb you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, myself, I don't really like that. So
you're right, but yeah, sorry that I came late because I was waiting for the show and I slept. You know, wake me up.
Yeah, but anyway, you're sorry, my people. I keep waiting. I said no, something is happening. But again, sometimes too, you can be somewhere. So I said, let me leave you for now.
And nobody home today.
Yeah. So we are.
My wife not here. The children, nobody home. So only me. And nobody wake me up.
I see. So what's up? Even though you met me talking, and we are among the 8 poorest.
I'm enjoying you.
But we have million here.
Yeah, I'm enjoying you. So you were talking about the budget. I haven't read the budget entirely, but the proposed budget. But I'm not surprised, and I don't expect much. So whatever's going on right now is something that we wanted. You know, it has been the custom of Liberia now that every year or every time when we change government, we always say the last government was better. Nobody could have imagined in their wildest thought that George Weah, the man that everybody say he was incompetent, he was inept, he could not even express himself as president properly. But people are saying now that George Weah government was better. That is not in any way saying that George Weah should come by and be president. We have other good people in the country, and George Weah should not be an option. But at the end of the day, whoever Labrador people decide to be the leader will be the leader. But the budget that we're talking about now, Mabel, we will dive into that budget holistically. We have read the whole thing, and we will be discussing them line by line. But for the few areas that we've been looking at, what I've heard from some people is that the VP budget is a little more than the president's budget. I think about 300,000 and change. And also, they increase their budgets, their own budgets. That the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs budget was increased. You know, what's even funny is that the Minister of Finance is trying to fool the people, telling you, oh, you know, the budget that we're going to have right now, from January, no employee will get more than less than $150. While other people are making millions of dollars a year. Some people, now you're trying to rub oil on other people's mouth. Say, yeah, don't worry. The government will be the government that will pay you more money. But at the same time, the government taking more money for themselves than any other government in the past. Our budget now from 500,000 to 600,000 last, and now we are in 800 plus thousand. That is to say, Labra is not going anywhere, at least not anytime soon, not under these corrupt officials. And this is the reason why people are fighting to get in government in Labra, especially elective positions. Everybody want to be representative or senator. So this is the country we have, and our leaders are reflection of the people. People we choose are just the example of who we are. If we say we want to vote for a Joseph Boakai, who we knew from the beginning that he was not capable of doing anything or changing anything, he was just voted based on tribalism, on partisanship, on discrimination, on hate, simply because we don't want to see other people, because we are envious of others, we are jealous of other people. We say we want somebody who has not accomplished anything for himself, despite all the opportunity. Serving as managing director at LPMC, APRC, Ministry of Agriculture. Vice President for 12 years. And nothing to show for it, but we say that's the man we want. And not only that, not only a lack of accomplishment, but also Joseph Boakai was the less healthier person in the race. But then you say, even if the man is a dead body, even the man is in his grave, you're voting. So for me, I think it's a little too early for people to complain. Even Joseph Boakai decided to increase his budget to 1 billion because we are 200, less than 200,000 away to $1 billion budget. Before we even jump into this budget, what about the last budget? The last budget was not only corrupt or corrupted, but guess what happened? When they did the recast budget, despite all the allegations of corruption, they mismanaged the entire money. They misplaced only $2 million on a road project for the $1 million unaccounted for. Maybe you guys gonna go for the news bulletin? All right, that's fine. We'll go for the news bulletin. After that, we'll come back. So when we come back, I got some update to, I don't know whether you have talked about that. I got some update to share with you guys about the fate of the speaker. So right after the news bulletin, we'll come back here because I wanted to put it here. We got some interesting updates.
All right, wonderful. So let's go for the news break. Good. Ali, keep it after the news bulletin so that we just want to juice the news out. Thank you so much. So let's go for the news break.
All right. Oh, maybe I'll go. I'll be here till you start. I thought you were starting already. Yeah, so it is interesting that, for Sktv, we have always been vindicated. We have always been proven right. Everything we have said here, almost 99% of the time have come to pass. And this could be another scenario again. But I will encourage you to share the show, to be around. Maybe one is good. All right. The news bulletin is not on here.
Central was brand, cash to collect balance, credible and accurate news and information. A tax tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news. Bulletin is up next.
Good evening, RCR News. Bulletin at 7, I'm Josh Bowie. Representative Memon Bridge Mensah's withdrawn from the bloc supporting in Battle Hospital for Nati Kofa. The National Civil Society Council of Liberia has issued a strong call for Mbato Speaker for Nati Kofa to resign, citing a loss of confidence among members of the House of Representatives. The chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Dr. Cecilia Nutas, called for a united front in addressing structural barriers that impede individuals' abilities to access HIV testing and treatment services in Liberia. And away from home, prominent Ugandan opposition figure Kazi Bazi has appeared before a military court
in the capital, Kampala, where he has denied charges that include the illegal possession of firearm and negotiating to buy arms abroad. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. Representative Mema Breeze Mensah's withdrew from the bloc supporting Mbatu Hospital for Natikofa. The Bon County District says representative made the decision Wednesday following a meeting with the Kofa bloc in Pennsville. Representative Briggs Mensah said she cannot continue to go to a session where there's no quorum to do the Liberian people's business. She, however, disclosed that she will not join the majority bloc but will remain neutral in the ongoing political battle in the House of Representatives. Mema Briggs Mensah, who has been one of the staunch supporters of Speaker Kofa, disclosed that she would rather work with that's from her office and in her district until the impasse is resolved. The Bon County lawmaker has meanwhile called on members of the House to consider the interest of the country while fighting for leadership. He made the declaration on Wednesday in Monrovia. Representative Mema Breeze Mensah withdrawal means Speaker Kofa has lost 3 of his key supporters in less than 2 days. Representatives Bena Blue Benson and Zina Norman crossed over to the majority bloc on Tuesday, taking the number 245. The National Civil Society Council of Liberia has issued a strong call for Mbatu Speaker for Natikofa to resign, citing a loss of confidence among members of the House of Representatives. In a statement released on Wednesday, November 20, 2024, the Council's chairperson, Madam Loretta Popcard, urged Speaker Kofa to step down in the interest of maintaining peace and ensuring the stability of Liberia's democracy. Madam Popcard emphasized that the National Civil Society Council's position does not align with any specific faction in the ongoing political crisis, but is aimed at fostering a resolution that benefits the seat of the legislature, indicating that the majority bloc no longer has confidence in the Speaker. Madam Loretta Popcard told RCR News on Wednesday that the Speaker's resignation will not reflect personal weakness, but rather a commitment to the peace, security, and democratic values. The group is at the same time calling on all stakeholders to prioritize the nation's interests and work collectively towards persevering Liberia's peace. She spoke with RCR News via phone on Wednesday. The chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Dr. Cecilia Nuta, has called for a united front in addressing structural barriers that impede individuals' ability to access HIV testing and treatment services in Liberia. Madam Nuta said inadequate domestic resources allocation for HIV response in Liberia continues to undermine efforts to sustain the gains made up to 2030 and beyond. According to her, the need to address structural barriers such as stigma and decriminalization to put Liberia on par with other countries cannot be overemphasized. Speaking Wednesday during the launch of activities marking the commemoration of World AIDS Day 2024, the National AIDS Commission boss reminded Liberians that the fight against the spread of HIV remains a national priority that requires collective efforts. She called for partnership and collaboration as emphasized by the national team, one goal, one fight, any AIDS together in Liberia. Meanwhile, Madam Nuta noted that the government, through the National AIDS Commission, with support from United AIDS, has begun the development of National HIV Sustainability Roadmap for the country. She said the roadmap is intended to sustain gains made in HIV response beyond 2030 as the country anticipates a drawdown of donor support. According to her, this reform will commit the country to transforming the HIV response to a more sustainable response by increasing domestic financing for a sustained HIV response as outlined in the updated National HIV and AIDS Strategic Plan 2021 to 2026. At the same time, the executive director of the National AIDS Commission has made several recommendations. The recommendations, among other things, called for mass media campaigns in promoting awareness of HIV information to influence the uptake of HIV voluntary testing and other HIV services. She highlighted community outreach and engagement, including holding of town hall meetings to engage with opinion leaders on the reduction of HIV-related stigma and discrimination directed at people living with HIV and key populations. The National AIDS Commission chairperson also listed creating awareness in schools, markets, churches, mosques, on beaches, and other public places to create demand for HIV testing. Madam Cecilia Nuta spoke Wednesday during the official launch of activities marking the 2024 World AIDS Day commemoration in Liberia. Police Inspector General Colonel Gregory Coleman has pledged to provide some logistical support to the Lopa County Detachment of the Liberia National Police. He promised one pickup before the end of the year and another one in the first quarter of next year. RG Coleman said the vehicles will boost the operational capability of the police in Lopa County, stating procurement process and ongoing for the first pickup. RCR's contact in Lopa County said the pledge by Colonel Gregory Coleman followed an appeal made by the county police commander who requested for 3 vehicles to be deployed in the 3 regions of Lopa County. A foreign prominent Ugandan opposition figure, Sktv-Lib, has appeared before a military court in the capital, Kampala, where he has denied charges that include the illegal possession of firearms and negotiating to buy arms abroad. His appearance comes after his wife and he was kidnapped in neighboring Kenya last week Saturday and sent back home where he was being held in military jail. In a post on X, Winnie Bayama wrote that her 69-year-old husband has been seized in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, during a book launch event and demanded the Ugandan government to free him. Bassier was told during the military court hearing held amid heavy security that he would remain in custody until December 2. To end this news, just a recap of the top stories. Representative Mama Briggs Mensah's withdrawn from the bloc supporting Mbato House Speaker for Nati Kopa. The National Civil Society Council of Liberia has issued a strong call for Mbato Speaker for Nati Kopa to resign, citing a loss in confidence among members of the House of Representatives. The chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Dr. Cecilia Nuta, has called for a united front in addressing structural barriers that impede individuals' ability to access HIV testing and treatment services in Liberia. And of the home front, prominent Ugandan opposition figure Kaza Bassier has appeared before a military court in the capital Kampala, where he has denied charges that include the illegal possession of firearms and negotiating to buy arms abroad. That's RCR New Bulletin at 7. I'm Josh Bowe. Good evening.
And indeed, News Bulletin is a regular feature right here on the Sktv show from Monday straight to Friday. I want to say thanks to our team there from the news department for the 15-minute news bulletin. So again, we're back after the news bulletin. Siku, maybe somewhat about on a little or water break, and very soon you'll be joining me on this show this evening. This is the Sktv show. If you're just joining us, this is how I would like to welcome you in this ticket state because, mind you, we have a lot of information to give out to you out there, our listeners and our followers also. Please, if you just coming our way, like Ma Miata still hearing, let me say good evening to you. And those of you who just joining us, yes, indeed, good evening. Seku, I'm waiting for that juicy news. So for those of you, I guess that you follow the local news and you listen and hear a lot of news also that one of the strong supporter also of the in battle or speaker J. Fanatic Kofa also decides to remain neutral. That is, she in fact she don't want to be part of any black anymore. That is, she will remain at her office according to our news. So again, that's the news we're getting. So if you just come our way, let me welcome you and say this is the Sktv show. We moved. Where is Seku? Seku and then Seku go. So folks, like I was saying, indeed before Seku came on, yes, we've been talking about the budget. Even though Seku is saying that we have so many things to talk about, and that's just the fact because so many things in our budget, like myself, that even have so many attention on, like when it comes to the subsidy, you know, I think our government had to be explaining something to us. Who you giving subsidies to? I see something around. Let me check it out again. The figure I'm seeing there. So we got to know all of the people that we're giving because there are people in this country that are benefiting from the government on the subsidy issues or budget, and they are still increasing prices the way they want. So then what the essence of you giving people maybe subsidy, like for example, school, and every time you hear that school fees price or school fees always going up, or you say giving a subsidy. So I'm not understanding something. Yeah, I think Seku, I think will take 1 week on the budget stuff because some of us we will understand where the money going when it comes to subsidy. For example, maybe some of you, maybe the world or that, maybe the English may be too big. You know, they will have Truth FM here. Then government decides, okay, Truth FM will be giving your helping hand so that you can be able to reduce your, prices on things and this and that. So instead of the people paying, like for example, DSTV, for example. So the way the people doing DSTV, they can, DSTV is $50, 74. They could do it just. So in that same 150, good. In that same 150, you have just in case you want to be into a team by yourself. That means you're gonna start looking for your own DSTV, in that same 150. So you have DSTV money coming from that 150. You have scratch cards or you have data, everything coming from that same 150. What thing will lead it? The easier way. What thing will lead it for the people? Nothing. Now the people are working. They're no different. Yeah, let's Seku come on before I go to the line. Yeah, Seku, you have to come on. So let me see. Today's subsidy, I was talking about the amount. Yeah, I'm very, very interested when it comes to where's the amount play for? Okay, good. So I'm seeing this the subsidy 2024. The budget was 2 million. Good. So the 2025, I come here and Seku quickly. This subsidy in Seku. No wonder when you talk about it, the final budget, we'll be looking at the budget step by step because I have major issues with this subsidy. And I think as time go by, you'll be educating us about this subsidy issue as to how can government give a subsidy to people, but at the end of the day, the people are benefiting. Nothing. So you give him money, but the people they are paying for the thing they're giving money for. Okay. Well, welcome, Seku, after the news bulletin.
Yeah, the news bulletin was good. I listen, and the guy too is good. I think Maka David is doing good. So yeah, I know the budget is going to be the topic of the week, because if not the month, because this is going to be digested and it's going to the budget itself. There are a lot of moving parts on the budget that people are going to be, taking a part, and we're going to be talking about it throughout all the networks and throughout the country. And I believe it's going to be throughout this month, if not throughout this year, because the intent of the budget is what matters. It's not just the numbers, it's not the paper. But you know, going back to what I was saying earlier, Sktv, we made it very clear that by our information, we said that the president was going to eventually submit the budget to the majority bloc. People say, oh no, that will not happen. That will not happen. When it happens, the block will be removed. Some kind of way. When and what kind of way? That happened. The majority bloc now they have the budget. And not only that, the last time somebody was on this platform mistakenly saying that you need two-thirds majority to
pass the budget.
To pass the budget, but I'm told that's not required.
Okay.
It's just like any other regular legislation. It only requires one. Simple majority. You know, when it comes to legislative functions, not everybody understand it. Let's say in some organizations where you have board of directors, for the most part, they serve as almost their work or their procedures are almost similar. There are some issues that will require simple majority vote. Some require two-thirds majority. And even the phrase two-thirds majority does not apply everywhere. For example, some phrase will say two-thirds majority of the membership present. That means those who are in section that day, you need two-thirds majority of those people. When they say two-thirds majority of the membership present, it means that people who are in section require two-thirds majority of those people.
That means the people that go to work that day.
I'm saying, that day. Yeah. And in some area they say two-thirds majority of the membership. That means those who are legitimate members of the House of Representatives, functioning members of the House of Representatives, two-thirds majority of them. That means that the whole house. So that is like for the removal of the speaker, they require two-thirds majority of the entire House of Representatives. So, Conrad Yinkam, welcome. Thank you for always being there for Sktv, for being one of those stakeholders, one of the strong supporters. Yeah, you know, I came here, I didn't recognize a lot of people.
Yeah, you know, when you stay away sometimes when you can't, you got to call the people.
Here, my Oma is here, Stella Harry, and I saw Joseph come to earlier. I'm not sure he stayed. Yeah, but you know, maybe we have to educate our people on a lot of stuff. So, by our information, two-thirds majority is not required to vote on the budget. So that means if these people are already recognized by the by the executive, and they have the majority to establish a quorum where they can, which is required to do the business of the Liberian people, even though they're doing the business for themselves, but that is the phrase that they will say, the Liberian poor business. Our representatives are working for themselves, we know that. They're putting money in their pocket. the district or senate or counties they are representing are not benefiting anything close to what they are pocketing themselves. We've been like that for ages. Abroad is not going anywhere. So an update about what happened. A few days ago, Melbourne, when we came on this platform, we said we have learned that about 8 people were ready to cross to the other side. But they know the budget does not require two-thirds majority to pass. And if the Speaker of the House or the presiding officer is not available or is incapacitated or is not capable of establishing a quorum, then the next office, the highest officer in charge, will preside. So when the budget was sent to them, to the chief clerk, and Thomas Fala being the second in command, is the presiding. It was submitted to him. So as I speak to you now, that number has grown, and Sktv can also inform you that there was a meeting.
Which number now? You just leave the people, you said the number. Which number?
We told you like it was 8 people. It's
Okay.
more. It's going way more than that.
Okay.
That are ready to move.
Okay, to the majority block.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So from the count yesterday, if all of those people show face and commit openly to the majority block by tomorrow, Thursday, right? Tomorrow is Thursday?
Yes, indeed. Tomorrow is Thursday.
The likelihood of they getting up to 50, they need only 39. The likelihood is that they could have 50 people tomorrow. And Thomas Fala's signature was not on the on the first one. So what they counted yesterday to me was about solid 46, and then 2 of the people that were with them, and then they try to play a game, are coming back, and then they counted Thomas Fala, and then altogether the number went close to, it was almost like 50 people if they all openly commit. Beyond that, yesterday there was a meeting where the speaker was told by there was a meeting between him and some of his supporters. They told him, you have tried your best, you have fought a good fight, but it looks like it's not working. So
all the strategies.
Asked him if he can resign. Yesterday, last night. And the speaker actually is confused. There are people who have somehow, come out publicly and make some statements. And they have actually put almost everything on the line. They are still telling him not to. But others are saying, some of us, like Mema Rich Dade, they will not join the other people. because of, there's something called dignity, right? And they have stood up with the speaker. They said those guys were not following the law. Those guys were not, law abiding. They were violating the constitution, blah, blah, blah. So for them to come publicly and also join the same people, some of them have problem doing that. But almost more than half of the speaker supporters have agreed for him to resign. They told him the sooner the better. So that thing of Meme Bridge Day is not. I'm glad that Sktv is once again vindicated when we told you that there will be, almost everything we have said on this platform have come to pass. We told you that there will be some resignation in Joseph Barker government, in the time past. We said it, and yes, started. More to come. There will be more resignation in the Joseph Barker government. And Sktv can also report that the likelihood of sanction coming down on some government officials is very high. We cannot definitely tell you who. We know some of them, but we don't want to preempt the people's action. We want to wait. We want to listen. But we know that the possibility is very high. And some of the people also know that they're going to be sanctioned. They're going to be sanctioned. Some of them don't know. Some people feel so secure and protected, but they will be sanctioned as well. Some. So whatever's going on right now in the legislature, it's all about money. Because if the other people, if you are on the side of the speaker, the other people are about to deliberate on the budget, and they know all of them in the House of Representatives or in the Senate, for them to pass in a budget, they always get money. They always get, money for everything they do in that place. But then other people feeling like, okay, we're going to sit down here. The mayor is not even getting a quorum, and the numbers is reducing as opposed to the number being hiding. So majority of them are saying that just resign, let's move on. But some of them are very adamant, saying that no, we have already said X, Y, and Z. We have done this, we have done that. Some of our character is online. And because of that, the speaker should not resign. Those people will tell me reality later on. But from what I am hearing, tomorrow could be different. They are expecting the number to increase by tomorrow. But I can tell you, those that are committed in the back, the number could go to 50 by tomorrow. If at all they all, decide to openly break with the speaker. But maybe, even if you were in this position, you see the presidency, the executive, openly supporting one side. You're seeing your party, some key member of your party, supporting the other side. you're saying the judiciary pushing back that this is a political issue, it's not legal issue. And the small number that you have, it's not adding, it's reducing. If you were in this position, don't you think it's about time to reason out and just
Well,
let go?
yes. Thank you so much, Seku. And let me say thanks for the update also, and thanks for your own analysis when it comes to the issues. You know, you just knew it, and I like the question. But let me just say this quickly. You know, we stay into the PRC system, and I guess that you saw the PRC or you heard about the PRC system. You know, the president control everything. Let me be frank. The president control everything. Nobody should doubt. Nobody should say. Even today, the president will come out and say, I want the station today to be off. It will be off. That's the PRC system. Well, nobody going to protect you. When they say, my man, just leave it, you're not going to court. Until somebody will be in the court and maybe call the president, you know, forget it, then the president will and say, okay, yeah, I'll let it be. But we are still into the PRC system. So, volunteer, it should have resigned ever since. Let me be frank. It should have resigned ever since, because the government that is in power, or the president, is not from your end. And no matter what you do, he will not want to work with you. So all the songs he was singing, I was done with Judah Boaga and myself will be singing the same song. No. No. The reason why you see today, Franti Kofa, let me say Franti Kofa, Offa Chemo, went through that way for 6 years because he was in the CDC, and we are from the CDC. But apart from Offa Chemo, go through the line. Who know that I ever come from another party that because people have stayed there for even long time? No. All the people that were speaker, including Eddie Snow and all of them, they were not from the party, but they were forced to start.
So there's also a conspiracy that is being devised by some members of the Senate, stating that they are planning to also institute similar action to remove Yombli. And it's been discussed by some of them. And we were told that Prince Moyi is the one that wants to be the president pro tem.
Let me just add up. Yes, let me just add up to you.
So this information is still developing, and I don't think it's going to work, given the fact that Yombli is from the rescue team, but she is not originally from the Unity Party. So
that's the point.
So, and Joseph Boakai too, as a person, cannot be trusted. You cannot trust the president 100%. If his people, decide to say, we want to have this whole Unity Party government, just as the CC had, then definitely she might go. This country, like I've said before, it's not a serious country. Just look at the way the people came to power. Whether it's the Fonati said was better because Fonati was a vote. But the Senate was based on arrangement. Just arrangement. Gentleman agreement. Consensus. It was nothing like actual vote. People were given positions because the promises made to them when they campaign. Whether it's Nyombli, whether it's James, Barney and all the other people, like Amara Kone, everybody. And just think about this. Those that were singing Kumbaya together, those that were together, those that were on the honeymoon, How long did he stay in the boat? I'm not going to jump out of that boat long time ago. Before, I was about to tell Mabon to take some calls, but let me just conclude this. Hopefully, Mabon will come back home. You know, before the election, the rescue mission was not stable. People knew that they were not together. But right after the election of Joseph Boakai, those who participated, those who supported him, everybody started thinking about 2029. And whatever that's going on right now, whether it's Fanatic Kufa, whether about the rumor that we are hearing about the plan against Nyombili too, there are a lot of other people, there are a lot of other fights. It's all about 2029. And the vice president, our own Nimba brother, he's the one that is fighting, doing everything to consolidate power. We don't know how far he will go. And majority of the people in Chusabaka government now are, in Labrador we say, pay hate. They pay hate to him. They are dancing to his drum beat, thinking that Joseph Boakai, anything is possible. Joseph Boakai will something, Joseph Boakai could resign. Joseph Boakai health could deteriorate. Joseph Boakai could be out of the picture sooner than expected. So because of that, they are all forming loyalty now to the vice president. Even some in the legislature, they are forming loyalty to the vice president, thinking that he's going to be the president. So at the end of the day, Kun will have whatever he wants. Collaborate is all about leadership. It's all about money. It's all about presidency. He was legally elected. So somebody saying whether Kun is on the sanction list. Let me just say something. I didn't want to talk about the sanction in detail, but I can say this for a fact. Since the inauguration, Kun has been working diligently, tirelessly, to remove his name in most of the problems that he's in the United States. Kun has been paying. Kun has been paying money to lobbyists. Kun has been paying money to lobbyists to fight for him, whether from the Department of Treasury, whether in the House of Representatives, or U.S. Congress as a whole, even the allegation that came out in Transparency International, who has been fighting those things. He's been paying lawyers, lobbyists, shakers and movers in the country, in the United States. So don't be surprised to see that Kung is clear. Don't be surprised to see that Kung can come to America. Don't be surprised. I'm just saying, because he's been working towards it. In fact, there are people here in the United States that have already started discouraging other people with ambition to run, that is, think that they believe that will have an impact on Kung's chances of becoming president should Boakai remain in power till 2029. So Kung is eliminating all the obstacles, all the blockades, anything that could potentially have any negative impact on him or his chances of becoming president. They are in the process of eliminating all those obstacles and problems that will actually disturb him. Fernando Kova is the victim of that. He was seen as getting too strong, getting too powerful, having the ambition to run for president. And that is because of the money, the amount of money he could consolidate, he could accumulate within the course of the next 6 years before the next election. Seeing that as a problem. So they try to remove him so he can't be too strong for the presidency. And it's the same thing that is going against Nyambli. I don't know if it's Nyambli going to work, but whatever be the case, it is disturbing that our country will run like this. People are not running the country on policy disagreement or any kind of plan for the country, but purposely what goes to the pockets of individuals who are moving the country. So at the end of the day, whether you are Nyambli or anybody, you got to start looking behind. You got to focus on what you can do to consolidate support, to make sure you have enough people around to stand up for you. You see, the speaker had even 40 people. 40 people or 39 people. Or better yet, the speaker had about 38 people, including himself. But now, he will have been the one doing the business of the people. But because he was unable to build, consensus, to build support base around him, because he was unable to do that, he's not protected. He's not trusted. Imagine, including those who voted for him to make him speaker. So the reason why I can doubt if at all that will happen to Nyambly, I think Nyambly should know better. Nyambly been in that Senate that now for some time, some good time. And she used to be the darling girl of all of the senators. At some point, she was the only female, and she's been friendly with most of them. Nyambly used to cook. Most of them would come to her office to eat. That was before becoming Senate Pro Tem. Nyambly was very friendly with most of the people. I don't know if she is friendly. But when it comes to politics in Liberia, if your best friend, the one that can eliminate you. So it's hard to tell as to who is actually behind the alleged plot to remove Nyambly. I don't know. Say how friendly. Friendly, you don't know what friend she is. If you come into her place to offer to eat, you know, and other stuff. So maybe I know we had issue with the. I don't know what was going on. Was it the network or was the power? Maybe can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you. I don't know whether you're getting me. If you get me,
I'm getting you now. What was the problem?
Well, as usual, sometime by this time, sometime we have some.
Was it the power or was the?
Good. So
Okay.
sometimes it can be like.
So I was just holding the line, making sure that you come back.
And thank you. Also, we were putting you through via our.
If we were going through, that's fine. But then what you do, I want you to open the lines.
Yes.
We wanted to do that before I came on, and we have discussed a lot of different things. Maybe we'll give LeBron the chance to chip in.
Wonderful. So keep your calls coming to 0777-285-961 to those of you who are always calling, and those of you who just joining us also. That's the number. Again, 0777-285-961. Let me go to the line and pick my first caller. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Let me say good evening to Mr. Kane. This is Jerry King. I do join you for spend notice. Mr. Kane, let me respectfully disagree with you when you say Funanti Kofa want to run for president. Funanti have a press conference and he stated it very clear. And he said he's supporting president. We are for president 2029, and he will not be running for public office. He's going to retire from politics and be with his family. But I want to say this. Mr. Baka should watch out. Today it is Funanti. Tomorrow will be his turn. Because this thing is all about Thomas Fala becoming vice president and Jeremiah Cohen becoming president. They are going to put impeachment bill on the floor, and they will use incapacitation to get rid of Mr. Baka. Mr. Baka is not capacitated to be president of the republic.
All right, thank you so much. 0777-285-961. Thank you, my brother. 1 minute at least. That gave other people the opportunity to also to call in. Keep your calls coming to 0777-285-961. To this caller, good evening. Hello. Yeah, my dear, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my brother, thank you. You guys are making it clear about a good researcher will always understand and remember that what we are going through today is the same as PRC regime we are going through. Evidently, the PRC constitution, the road that protected them that when they leave from power, why they in power, anything they do, they should go scot-free is what we are using. Let's say Article 97C of the PRC of that particular constitution, 1986, written by the PRC. That is the constitution we are using. And what you expect when a rebel wrote their policy and break it down, those will come there when they see that there are some people in nature by taking a part, they will go into it. But however, what we say in short is, the old man, he don't understand exactly what he's doing. And for someone we know from the one, for the time I work with him when he was with number this that, we back up on this from the establishment, we know that what he of them doing, he have never settled a single dispute.
All right.
His entire life, you don't get one.
All right. Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening. Hello. Sorry. This caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor. Good evening to Labira. Good evening to Mom.
Yeah.
My name is Joseph P. Newman, and I call from Man Barker to be precise on the Anthony Weller Avenue.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay. Mr. Neighbor, we say Liberia will always be Liberia. It will not change. Only the same in the country will be able to change. Why I say? For the people for the weekend and the left in for our country go to, they try to moreover and they don't want to change. But we told the government that big disgrace has come to for the people for you want money, you can't go about who gets some more oil and going to run away. Now, in your ball with your expression, people will expel you from that place. You will not be represented again. Except for taking all the way to go to the non to go railway, sending your record. Well, the cover will go.
All right. Thank you so much from the cover. We go to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
My name is Steve. I'm calling for Chicken Factory. Neighbor, I think your first question is that why is he a budget for us, right?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. For me, the why is he a budget for us? Okay, thank you. When people go to the house, they don't know because they're going to like for their door, they come outside, they add their security. How many person outside there? Why is he a budget for us? Nothing there for us. Because you say coming to pay people 150. Why is 150? If you pay the show of why you call it, that's it and what I do. How come it's out to the same $95 or $75? So nothing is in the budget for the common man, just for them. That way, some of them crossing over now because they're fighting for the budget so they can get their own LFA share. That's all about it. Some of us tired with the country before we not get nowhere to go. Oh, thank you for putting this news.
All right, some of us tired with their country, but we not get nowhere to go. Pascal David, you are paying people $90. Now, you know the party government increase the people salary to $150. What do you have to say?
People, you notice for making mockery of our people. You agree with that?
Yeah, but what, my man, the people say, but nobody going to make below $150. That means people are making $90 or $100, and that's the fact. Now the people increase the salary to $150.
Well, that's very good. We appreciate the government. But you did not listen to the minister. He said, if the budget is approved, I don't know whether you listen to that one.
Well, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Say yours.
He said if the budget is approved, they will pay $150. Look, maybe, you know, the people know the people in the country. That mom will always say, for you to get to liberate people, just play on the intelligence. Look, just say things they want to hear. What did they not say during the campaign time? That people will not make more than 10,000. People will not make more than 5,000. How much is Mr. Walker, the president, earning? How much is Patrick Honor to FTS earning? How much is Duke to NPA earning? How much is Emma Stewart to LPRC earning? How much is Mo Ali earning at LWSC? So for somebody to come with all these tension in the country, they understand that the people are illiterate, and the only way to do to them is to play on intelligence.
All right.
That's why you heard the minister say, we will come here and mesmerize them. That's what they're doing.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. 1 minute. We're already out of time. We sorry tomorrow. We're going to open the time. Yeah, good evening. Yes, go ahead.
It's a good fire that he set up there. And that fire will catch up with him. He thought that he was doing it to go far. But Wagner was out tonight. So now to July, the Wagner still alive. They just mansion come out of it. They tend to go the main president of the country. That's the end of Wagner by July. Just watch out.
No, don't be threatening our president. So let's call a good evening. Sorry, the last call, of course, we want to say good evening.
That person threatening. But
yeah,
that frustration.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gave Lee United Party people are in our own division. Because the United Party people, the people they using us, they using with the division so that we can fight against each other in Chakla. And at the end of the day now, we will not get no United Party. Because we in opposition. When I'm in opposition, I don't go to work and fight a minute. But look at what they're doing. They come up on the move people in the party, they're going to the other minute. And that's for this, so I just want to politic over. I want to say, let him go hard. Our president, George Manuel, we are letting men are get bored. We will still talk to them in a minute, and most of them will come back.
All right, thank you so much. Seko, we gotta go. They say the same thing I've been saying. CDC going to be like this until maybe that one part of dissolve. So the call is.
You remember I told you that I almost going to a year now. The CDC will be destroyed from within. CDC is going to be divided. We don't have enough time again today, but let me say this before we go. The person who said Fanatic Kofa is now running for president, Fanatic Kofa said that was after when Fanatic Kofa got into trouble. After Fanatic Kofa got into trouble, he thought John Weah could save him. He thought declaring support for John Weah could save him. Fanatic could say anything just to save his speakership, to make sure that he remains speaker at least for the next 6 years, so he can accumulate as much as he can. And actually, he maybe got a politic, or maybe change his mind. But that was before. What I'm talking about was before Fanatic got into trouble. Before the people say he should be kicked out, should be removed. Fanatic had ambition. He had the intention to run for president. He had conversations, and Joey know. And a lot of people in the CDC today know. I can tell you people, when we come here to say something, it's not that we hate the person or we got anything against that person. But we always say things based on facts available to us. We told you from the start, it's not because it's legal. It's not because the right thing to do. It's not because they have the legal number to do whatever they want to do, but we told you they will do it because they are the government. And in Liberia, once you are the executive, you're the president, you have everything at your disposal. You own the government, you own the country, you own the people. Nothing can come from out of it. Anything you can do. We told you guys. You think you guys thought we were just against Fanatic Kofa? No, we're just speaking to the country and the people that we know who they are and how things are in Liberia. So now to take all of your time, I want to say thank you for holding on, for doing what you do. And a big thank you to Truth FM, that is 6.1, to our fans and listeners and well-wishers for sticking with the show regardless of our presence or our absence. You guys been doing great. And we hope everything will continue. And there will be time. We'll come back here again 30 episode with Toyo.
And indeed, thank you so much, Seku. And let me also say thank you also for the opportunities, and also to all of you, our followers, our viewers, and thanks to Lai Benete. We hope Moses send an invite to our CEO, but maybe over the next week, or maybe before the month end, he will show up, because I want for two of you, or maybe Monk to also be on before you come on, because Moses want to get some information for him. So again, good night, and thank you so much for everything, and thanks to our supporters. Also, indeed, this platform is for the Liberian people, and you always been saying this, and they are now speaking out, and they are already talking, then giving all the best opportunities. So good night, and we catch you when we catch you, and that will be on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God.
Everyone, thank you so much. All right. There you have it. Everyone just left us. My people here, thank you. We'll be here tomorrow. And we'll see you. Good night.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The